Hello everyone and welcome back. I know it's been a wee while since my last video, but I was in the process of moving to a new house. Now that we're all settled in, I can get back to making some good stuff. Thank you to all who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it and I hope it can continue. Today we were going to be making Scotch eggs, so let's get started. Now, these Scotch eggs are super easy to make and they can be cooked in the air fryer. They can be eaten hot or cold and they're a great lunchtime treat, or you could take them on a picnic with you. Let's get going. Ingredients for the Scotch eggs are as follows. Boiled eggs. These are to be boiled in the preference of your own choice, whether you like a soft egg or a hard egg. It doesn't matter, it works either way, you just have to be more careful with what you do with your eggs. Packet of your chosen sausages. Today I'm using Cumberland caramelised onion sausages. Choose whatever ones you prefer, or you can just use your own sausage meat and add your own flavourings to that. Works both ways. Last but not least, 1 packet of golden breadcrumbs. Okay, now we have our boiled eggs. I've cooled them down and I've deshelled them. I'm going to put them to the side for a moment and I'm going to make 1 egg and I'm going to crack it in my bowl. Just like that. There we go. Give it a good mix. You can use a whisk or a fork, however you want. Make sure it's all mixed up together. Good mix. Going to add a wee splash of milk. And I'm going to add a wee bit of salt and a wee bit of pepper. And give it a really good mix. There we go. It's all mixed in together. Like that. Okay, now that our eggs are all mixed up, I've added milk and salt and pepper. Give it a really good mix. I'm going to put it to the side for a moment and I'm going to get myself another dish. Here we go. There's my dish. Now in this one, I'm going to add my breadcrumbs. Now I'm using shop bought golden breadcrumbs, but you can make your own if you wish. But I'm making it easy. I'm just going to do it with this one, the shop bought one. So we have our breadcrumbs in one tray and a whisked egg in the other. Now I'm going to take one of my sausages or some of your sausage meat and I'm just going to mould it so that it's squashed together and it's nice and flat. So you just flatten it out, keep platting it, mould it so it's nice and flat. If you don't want to do it like this with your hands, you can put it between 2 pieces of parchment paper and roll it with a rolling pin. If you didn't want to keep handling it. And you're going to take your egg, one of your boiled eggs. This is why they're nice and cold so it doesn't cook the meat. And make sure they're all cold. And then we're going to slowly bring up the meat all the way around the egg. Just keep pressing it, squashing it, moulding it around your egg, all the way around, from the bottom to the top. Get a wee squash at the bottom, make sure it stays covered, all the eggs covered with your sausage meat. Keep patting it, squashing it out, it will come together, like that. If you put too much sausage meat on it, then it takes longer to cook and then it doesn't cook properly in the middle. So if you just have a nice wee layer of sausage meat, pat it into a nice circle into a nice bowl. Make sure all the eggs covered, and that way when you heat them up cook them in the air fryer, they won't pop or burst. That's one. I'm going to do the same with the second one. We're going to squash all the meat down, get it all flat, hold it. If you're using sausage meat, then you can just add all your own herbs and spices to it if you want. I'm using pre-made sausages, and they're Cumberland sausages with caramelised onions. They're really nice. So you just mould your meat over your egg, keep patting it and squashing it until it covers all your egg. There we go. Nice shape. Keep it in a nice ball. If you've got really soft eggs, if you've only cooked your eggs for like 6 minutes and your eggs are really soft, then be careful, because you don't want to squash or burst your eggs. You'll want to split them, because it'll just run out. Yeah, nice one. Nice ball shape. Take your last one. It's pliable in your hand. Flatten it all out. Like I say, if you don't want to do this, you can do it between 2 pieces of parchment paper, roll it out with a rolling pin, and slowly bring it up to the top. It's all covered. Just keep knitting it together like this so it all comes up. Makes form a nice bowl. There we go. 3 parts. Nothing too harsh, nothing too hard. Just nice, soft and easy. There we go. So you're all covered. Now wee pat. Shape it into a bowl. There. You do this with as many eggs as you're doing, or as many sausages as you want to make. I'm only doing 3. Now, to show you a wee trick here, so you don't make a mess. So you've got your eggs all whisked up here, and you've got your breadcrumbs in the other one. So you have you have 2 hands, a wet hand and a dry hand, and neither either should be touched in the other one. So you take your Scotch egg and you mix it in your egg, and you drop it into that, and with your dry hand you roll it around in the breadcrumbs. That way it won't stick to your fingers and you won't get crossover from the one to the other. So you keep one for mixing your egg and your egg, your wet hand, roll it about in the egg, and it's like that, it's all coated. Make sure if it comes off, just squash the egg, the sausage meat back over the egg, drop it in your egg, drop it into your breadcrumbs, mix it up, pat it in. There we go. Just make sure it's all closed up again, it's all sealed over your egg, all nice and done. Pat it in so it's all nice, so it sticks to the sausage meat. There's number 2. Take it out the egg and then pop it into your breadcrumbs. Do the same again with the last one. If you want to double dunk, then what you do is you just roll it around in the breadcrumbs, and then you can take the first one again and then you can double dunk it into the egg again and then back into the breadcrumbs. Just keep tapping it into it so it all sticks to the sausage meat. It's all stick, all covered. And then once you've done all your eggs, see, double dunk it, back into the egg mix, and then back out the breadcrumbs. Cover it up, get a nice tap, make sure it all sticks. That gives them an extra crunchy. Now, like I say, these are great for lunchtime treats, dinners, packed lunches for kids, or taken on a picnic. They're really good hot, or they're just hot and cold. There we go. Now we have all three done. I'm going to take one more, and I'm going to take the rest of my breadcrumbs, and I'm going to carefully cover it and carefully squash it into the sausage meat so it's all covered. Make it into a nice ball shape. One. Keep turning it around, tapping it in, squashing it, slightly squash it in. Make sure all your eggs covered and all your sausage meat's covered in your crumbs. Last one. You do this with as many eggs as you've got, many Scotch eggs as you're wanting to make. And there we go. Make sure a nice formed and a nice ball. There we go. I'm going to move that out of the way for a moment. There we go. And I'm going to put them onto a nice plate. I'm going to put these into the fridge, and I'm going to leave them in the fridge for about a half an hour to an hour, just to firm up again. That allows the sausage meat to freeze, cold, chill down, and everything to stick. There we go. Pop them in the fridge. You can say for a half an hour or an hour, or a wee bit longer if you want. You can leave them till you're ready to cook them. At this point you can freeze them. You put them in a bag and put them in the freezer, and then when you want to have them at a later date, just take them out, defrost them, and then put them in the air fryer. You can put them in a deep fat fryer as well. You can do them that way as well if you like, if you don't have an air fryer. There we go. See? Chilled down for an hour or so, and they've come quite firm, all stuck together, all clean, all encased. Done. Now we're going to pop them in the air fryer. Today I'm using my tub air fryer, and put them in a basket. Make sure they've got plenty of space, they're not overcrowded, so that the heat can get round, circulate round them all. And pop them in the air fryer for 15 minutes at 200 degrees. And then we're going to cook them. And we'll come back when they're done. Hey ho! Hey! We're done. Yeah. Halfway through cooking time, you can turn them over. Carefully turn them over with your tongs. Be careful they're roasting hot. There we go. We have 3 super hot Scotch eggs. Now I'm going to take one, and I'm going to cut it open for you so you can see inside. And be very careful because they're really hot. I'll find another plate here. I'm going to take one, and I'm going to take a serrated knife, and I'm going to cut it in half. And we can see what it looks like inside. Let's bring it a little bit closer. Nice and golden brown. Nice and crispy. Wrong knife. That was a flat bladed knife. I'll use a serrated knife now. There we go. And I'm going to cut through. There we go. Like I say, if you cook your egg, if you boil your egg to lower time, it will be runny. It should still be runny inside. There we are. 1 Scotch egg made in your air fryer. All done. Now if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.